This one's from Julian Crespo. Did wrestlers make extra money for doing pay-per-views, or was it only the top stars that got a cut of the pay-per-view buys? And what are your thoughts in having a pay-per-view every month versus having one every 3 months like AEW? Good question.
Well, I'll start out the gate. Every 3 months is better for me because you can build. If you build up angles and you build to them, and you know, every month it's just like you go. You really don't have time to watch a pay-per-view every month. I mean, if you're a true wrestling fan and you're a crazy junkie for it, then maybe you're happy with that. But I'd rather see great TV shows than a pay-per-view every month. I'd rather see a solid TV episode and three leading up to great TV leading up to a pay-per-view every 3 months or whatnot, you know, quarterly or whatever it may be. As far as pay, yes, everybody got paid, you know, especially if it was like WrestleMania, you know, like you can get like $3,000 just for showing up, you know, being in the back sometimes. Some people, you know, depending upon a thing or what you did, coming out of a ceiling, hanging the big boss man, or whatever it was. Everybody got paid. You got paid by how big the pay-per-view was. But, you know, some people had different contracts, and they would probably guarantee pay. I don't know what their contracts are. But definitely everybody got more pay on pay-per-views. Okay. If they didn't, then they were getting screwed over. And they have a true beef, you know.
They got heat.
And maybe some people didn't get paid on them like the same. But everybody got paid better that I know of.
Okay, a bonus. Pay-per-view bonus. Yeah.
Well, I know. I mean, I know you just asked me a question here on, this is who? Who's that?
The last, wait.
Well, I know, I'm going to go back to the last question, but you had one you had. I didn't want to cut them off.
Yeah, the last one was from Julian Crespo. That was the last question.
And that was pay-per-view questions. Right?
Correct.
So, yeah, like in 98 when I was there, I only remember really being 4 pay-per-views, you know.
Okay.
Like, and then they added some where you started doing stuff in UK. So you do a UK pay-per-view, come back, do a Monday Night Raw. But it was like the 4 main ones. What was it? SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, King of the Ring, and WrestleMania, I think, right? Did I miss anything there? And no. And I know Raymond was asking me earlier what pay-per-view did I enjoy the most out of all them.
Let's say outside WrestleMania, because obviously...
Yeah, outside WrestleMania, asked me. I'm sorry. Outside, you're correct. You did ask outside WrestleMania.
All of them equally. You love them all.
Equally all of them because I was getting paid, but I don't know. Like I didn't really. The Survivor Series too. We were overlooking the Survivor Series. I think SummerSlam, because SummerSlam was fun. There's a lot of. I usually did some outdoor activities, like, you know, like when Moulton was there, they did the USS Intrepid, and I tugged along and watched the tug of war, stuff like that in New York City, and different things like that. So I'm thinking SummerSlam. I liked SummerSlam.
Good pick.
And I probably ended up on more SummerSlams than I did. I don't know if did I even work on any pay-per-views? I was on WrestleMania. I didn't wrestle WrestleMania. People think I did, but I came out of the scene. I don't know. I did at Royal Rumble because I wrestled X-Pac, but then I got eliminated. I did a couple of Royal Rumbles, so I'm not a big fan of Royal Rumbles at all. I'll watch them. I'm not a big fan of being in them because I don't like getting thrown over the top rope. I just am not majestic about it. I go over and it's like up high, boom, and I crash hard. Kind of like if you go back and you watch where Edge gives me a backdrop out of the ring. I teach it, and I teach it now because like those blows are probably why my back, if I think about it, it's probably why my back is like the way they are, because I would literally go up and that's it. Nothing touched or nothing nowhere until I like landed uglily flat, and it's like blah, you know, like I landed on my butt spinning. So now I spend a lot of extra time teaching. I mean, a lot of people, before I even teach a tie up or a physical wrestling move, I teach them the in and out of the rings, you know, going in and out, through the middle, in and out over the top rope, this and that, so they have longevity, and they learn that, and it doesn't get overlooked, so they don't crash a bird, because the ring is very dangerous. The cables on the ropes, the ring apron, steel. I mean, how many people broke their legs just a couple weeks ago? I don't know how it happened, but you have 2 broken legs. I don't know if that was the situation, but I've seen many other broken legs from people not going over the right way or landing just like terribly without stuff. So that's why I was never a fan of being in Royal Rumbles, because you had to get thrown out over the top. And when you're on a pay-per-view and everybody's jacked up and pumped up, it goes. I remember when, oh my gosh, I'm getting so sidetracked. But a lot of people might not know this, but back in, what year was it? Oh my goodness, when Sting was having a run with the NWO and there was the fake Sting. Do you remember the Stings that used to come out of the rafters dressed? Mm-hmm. I was one of them. It was me,
cool.
Lightning Foot, what's his name? Jerry Lynn, not Jerry Lynn. Gosh, I can't think of his name. Mark Starr and a Horseshoe. I don't know. Remember Bold the Horseshoe? He was Horseshoe in WWF. Horseshoe. Luther Reigns. Reigns. We were all fake stings. We had traveled together and everything. But every TV they flew us to, we had to come from the top of the building in these Sting outfits, get beat up by the fans trying to get to the ring. And then when we get to the ring, it was the NWO down there. And I don't know why, but every time, I thought I had heat with Scott Norton. Because every time I would try not to even go to Scott Norton, but he would find me. And the Stings would just get beat up and pretty much just throw it over the top rope the minute we get in there. So I don't know. It felt like 6 months, almost a year. I don't know how long that lasted. And we get thrown over the top rope by Scott Norton every night. Now, I would try to grab the rope. I would try to let close. But I had to stop from landing in the third row every night. And I had no, I'm still falling. This fucking guy, excuse my language. I thought I had heat because it just felt like he's so strong. He's still strong and big. He just throw you up in the air. So I think that started my I'm tired of going over the top rope, at an early age. And then we get to the Rumbles and then different things. We do spots. And literally, I call stuff around it, to avoid that whole over the top thing because there is no majestic in it. And I think it's just from getting, physically thrown when I was younger over there. It's just, so over it. But, that explains why I like watching the Royal Rumbles. I like pulling the numbers. I didn't particularly like being in it. I like the payday when you're in it. It's always a good payday. But did I rumble off? Did I get lost here? Did we go some places we shouldn't have gone?
You rumbled.
No. I grumbled?
No, you rumbled.
I rumbled on.
You rumbled.
Rumbling! Sing a song. All right, so yes, what pay-per-view? I don't know, SummerSlam maybe. WrestleMania, of course, but that Raymond was asking other than WrestleMania. I'd say SummerSlam.
Perfect. Ready for the next one?